Street lightning, oh, street lightning. You can just feel what the song might be for that song next time it runs. Well done to PJ McDonald and Mr. Mark Johnston, Britain's winning most trainer. They are going down, yabba dabba doo, at Yarmouth for the 5:10. It is the ultimate Royal Ascot guide at atheraces.com/Ascot handicap. Got a little feature on the website at the moment myself, if you want to read it. Perhaps not surprisingly for some, involves the champion jockey, Mr. Oisin Murphy, who is not involved in the 5:10 at Yarmouth. The warm favourite here is Alphabetical. Luke Morris, Samart Prescott. Well, we've just had Street Lightning for Greece fans winning at Wolverhampton. Will it be as simple as ABC for Alphabetical in the 5:10 at Yarmouth? Well, it's typical Samart Prescott stuff, really, with Alphabetical, a horse with very little form to its name. But so far, Alphabetical has raced at 7 furlongs a mile, an extended mile. Now he goes a mile and 6. And most punters, and probably Prescott, the old baronet himself, are expecting that step up in trip to make a huge difference. I think there'll be one or two people who think that Sia Marmoon is a fairly reasonable price at 3-1. I think quite a lot of people would have expected that horse to be shorter after the Newcastle win, over a mile and 2. But of course, very different conditions here as far as the surface and the distance. There is Sia Marmoon in the white bridle. Goes down with Franny Norton, who was vying for victory in our last race at Yarmouth and remains as good as ever, despite slightly advancing years. Opine in there for Hayley Turner and Michael Bell as well at 9-2 for the secular stagnation. Mark Johnston stats for you at Yarmouth. 2019 wins 10, runners 32, strike rate 31%. If you had a pound on everyone, you'd have got to the end of the season and slightly wondered why you bothered, because you would be in profit, but just to £3.95. However, as we all know, any sort of profit is a bonus in this game. Having a look at Sia Marmoon, over a mile and a quarter on the Tapeta at Newcastle. And the question you've got to ask yourself is here, does this horse look like an animal who's going to relish, lap up like a good tiramisu, the extra 4 furlongs that he goes today? Joe Fanning on this occasion, just doing what Joe does, slight change of the reins. Just looks as though he's pretty one pace there, Sia Marmoon. So you would hazard a guess that the step up in distance will be a Brucey bonus. Only time will tell on a different surface. Alphabetical is the grey, incidentally, for Luke Morris, a sniper on board. As I say, a horse that basically has no chance on form, Alphabetical. You are betting at even money, as far as I can see, purely on trainer reputation and, of course, what the trainer has done with horses like this over the years. We're just going to do this.
Would you get in here with them keys? Come on, Mark. Race the starters.
I can look at 12 horses and the form all at once.
Come on.
The app is my paddock.
Come starters orders, I'm a bag of nerves.
Really? What are you doing?
Oh, I just like a little each way bag.
Yeah, that's because you don't like to commit.
Very nasty.
Boost your racing odds at ladbrokes.com.
So we're loading up at Yarmouth for the 5:10. 11-10 now, Alphabetical. Sia Marmoon, next best at 100-30. That is Burlington Bertie. Pretty fair price when you look at the exchange as well. Could be a 3-1 shot, Sia Marmoon. Alphabetical, little bit on the toes, on the hooves beforehand. The grey, Now just getting a tug of the tail to go forward. Whether Prescott is sat back, no longer, of course, with cigar in hand, but surely tin of baked beans close by. Looking on full of confidence or worry, who knows? Certainly not me. Won't be too long though. 5 to load. We are waiting now for Dame Denali. William Carson riding for Anthony. That horse is in. Of the market leaders, Big Gun Sea of Marmoon remains out the back in the silvery colours. But just 2 or 3 to load. So for the ultimate Royal Ascot guide at theraces.com/Ascot handicap. Let's go racing.
It's a great title, isn't it? It really is. We've got 3 to go. Just Norman, John Egan. His son David already in on Bulldozer. Now we've got Evaporous, Josephine Gordon, and finally Sea of Marmoon, the Newcastle winner, and Franny Norton. 2 to go. Won't be too long. The last 2 just being loaded up for this ultimate Royal Ascot guide at theraces.com/Ascot handicap. 1 3/4, longest race of the day, just over 1 circuit in front of them. And Sea of Marmoon, the last one to be going in from the Inform Mark Johnson stable. Oh, rearing up is Dame Denali, but okay, they're all in. Stand by, we're ready to race. They're off. So here we go, 1 mile 6 this time, and Dame Denali was a little bit sluggish. The others broke well. 1 6 in front of them, and here comes the leader is Just Norman. Just Norman and John Egan leading from Evaporist in the green colours. The grey horse on the inside is Alphabetical up on the wide outside. Here comes Sea of Marmoon to try and get to the front rank. Blue and white colours of Celsi Sizzler runs 5th, then comes Dame Denali 6th, Bulldozer 7th, and Opine is the back marker as they swing into the back straight with about 1.5 miles left to run. Disputing the lead, Just Norman, John Egan on the inside, Sea of Marmoon, Franny Norton on the outside, and Sea of Marmoon now just goes on to take it up. From Just Norman, they've got a pretty good pace here. The field very well strung out. In 3rd is Evaporist, then 4th towards the outside in the blue and white is Celsi Sizzler. That's the order. Then comes the grey, the favourite, Alphabetical, and Luke Morris just on the heels of the leaders as they go down the far side with about 1.25 miles left to run. And it's Sea of Marmoon, the Newcastle winner, who takes them along at a good clip. In 2nd place, Just Norman. 3rd on the outside, Celsi Sizzler. 4th on the inside, Evaporous. 5th on the outside, the grey. That's Alphabetical. Then comes Dame Denali as they go past our camera on ground that is now good to firm after being good to firm in places, good to firm after the first race. Going towards the bend at the far end of the track, 7 furlongs left to run in this ultimate Royal Ascot guide at theraces.com/Ascot handicap. And Franny Norton, Sea of Marmoon, enjoying himself out in the lead. Celsi Sizzler on the outside is 2nd. Just Norman inside 3rd. Alphabetical, the grey, runs 4th. In the green colours, Evaporous follows these. Then comes Dame Denali towards the outside. Bulldozer and Opine is the back marker as they swing out of the back straight with 6 furlongs left to run. Still Sea of Marmoon the leader by a length. Celsi Sizzler keeps this one company just behind in 2nd. 3rd on the inside is Just Norman and 4th on the outside Alphabetical. That's the leading 4. In 5th place Dame Denali, 6 on the inside Evaporous. Then comes Bulldozer who's ridden along and Opine is still the back marker. So down the home straight, 1/2 mile left to run. Sea of Marmoon and Celsi Sizzler. They're just about stride for stride now. Here comes the favourite, the grey Alphabetical, trying to get into the picture. Then behind these, towards the outside, here comes Dame Denali, making ground under pressure on the inside is Just Norman. Opine is beginning to stay on from the rear. Coming down now past the 3 furlong pole and Sea of Marmoon being challenged by Celsi Sizzler and the grey Alphabetical up on the outside. Dame Denali is coming with a good run as well. It is now the grey Alphabetical who takes it up inside the final 2. Alphabetical now goes on. Dame Denali is 2nd. Celsi Sizzler is 3rd. On the wide outside, Opine is staying on all the time. Under pressure, Alphabetical still has a 2-length advantage. In 2nd place on the far side, Celsi Sizzler. Then comes Dame Denali, Opine, and Evaporist. And Alphabetical has now gone clear. 3-4 lengths clear, 1/2 furlong left to run. It's all over. The favourite's going to win it. Alphabetical wins nicely. It's going to be close for 2nd. Evaporist just getting 2nd with Celsi Sizzler in 3rd.
You can just imagine Prescott screaming at the TV and saying, "Not too far, Morris, not too far." Man, try to run up a sequence with this horse and you're winning by 100 lengths. Alphabetical, just in a totally different stratosphere. Typical Prescott, whole load of runs over inadequate trips, gets in here off a BHA rating of 54. The BHA handicapper has absolutely no idea whether the horse can run or not. Prescott does, short price, absolutely hacks up and makes a mockery of the handicap system. A system, of course, that is brilliantly used by Prescott with horses like this. Some don't like it, but it's the system. And if you have a system, the job of the trainer is to take advantage of what they can. And Prescott has this down to an absolute nicety. And there is nothing anyone could do about it. There's nothing anyone should do about it. It is just the way it is. It's perfect training. Whether Morris, I don't know whether Prescott goes crazy and says, couldn't you have just won by a length, mate? I don't know. Just depends what the objective, of course, is for Alphabetical. Because at the moment, the horse is rated so lowly, it has no chance of going for big prizes as such. So you'd imagine running up a sequence is the name of the game. Nothing to say about any of the others, other than Sea of Marmoon clearly was a lot worse here than it was at Newcastle. But this was a one-horse race. 11 to 10, Alphabetical. It was as simple as ABC. Evaporist 28 to 1, and the Selsey Sizzler 7 to 1 in third. The Sniper shoots them down for Prescott, the Baronet.